video to talk about the graduate volunteers that come back and serve at Lift. You may have noticed there are smaller human beings walking around with lanyards and they're volunteers. And you may think, wow, they don't look very old or old enough to volunteer. That's because we have started something at Lift, which is inviting our Lift graduates back to the program to be volunteers and to step up in leadership. This is something that we've done this past year, and it's been an incredible opportunity for these kids to really step up and discover how they can lead, and for us to stay connected to them and their families. It's something we're really excited about continuing in the future. But you may be wondering exactly how you fit in as far as a volunteer. Do you need to help these volunteers? They're so young. And actually, I would love your help in training and raising up this next group of leaders. Just so you're aware, I am in charge and over the volunteers that we get, so it includes the Lift graduates. So if you ever have any questions, you can, or if they're wondering about, you can be like, hey, can you go check with Sarah, just to make sure they're on task. But I do have a checklist for them. Unlike you guys, I have a checklist for these younger volunteers of things that they need to do when they come, which includes helping with snack and helping clean up free time. I give them the opportunity to do homework, and sometimes when I have extra volunteers, which could be yourself, I could ask you to step in and help for a little bit with the homework time, as long as it doesn't take away too much from your own classroom. And I do sometimes offer these students, these graduates, the choice to either sit in on a one-on-one reading time or to read a book quietly in the lobby. So if you ever have a Lift graduate with you reading, you don't have to necessarily give them the book to read, but you can include them with questions, or you can have them engage with the child. As they get older and the graduates maybe get to 6th, 7th grade, I will definitely train them to read one-on-one. But especially the younger ones, we kind of just have them sit and watch and learn, as opposed to doing it because they're still a bit young. They haven't really been trained for that yet. The graduates are also just there to help. So if you see them and you're doing something like cleaning up chairs or books and you need help, or if you don't need help, take them anyway and have them help you. It's a great opportunity for them to, again, continue to develop leadership. So if you're putting away books, if you're cleaning in the kitchen, just say, hey, so-and-so, can you come help me? Just grab them. And it really does encourage them to continue helping. And they're not helping 24/7 when they're here, but they are engaging with the kids, they are helping clean up and stuff. So definitely use them as much as you can with different activities. And one thing to keep in mind is that these are still kids, and so sometimes they'll kind of act goofy, or they'll be a little bit distracting, or they'll just forget that they need to be quiet. They get carried away. So do not hesitate at all to remind them, even though they are volunteers. I can say, hey, you need to be quiet, don't forget. Just kind of treat them like leaders in training. So you need to remind them, like, hey, the focus isn't on you. It'd be great if you could do this enrichment with us, but I need you to help the kids first. Or, hey, you need to be kind of quiet, you're being a little bit too disruptive, be a good example. So sometimes these kids will be like, oh, so-and-so Lift kid did this to me, and they'll get caught up into the drama a little bit because they're still kids. But you can remind them, hey, like, you're here to be a good example and a leader, and this is what that looks like. Finally, just give them a lot of grace and love and attention and praise. When they do something for you, you see them interacting well with kids and being a really good leader, just call that out in them. They love to hear that, as we all do, of course, but they especially need to hear that they're doing a good job, because this is their first time, most likely, leading anything in such a capacity. And so in so many ways it's fun to see them rise to the challenge, but they also do need to be praised and say, hey, like, you have done a good job. And again, don't be afraid to call out areas that may need improvement, but definitely encourage them and just help them become leaders. It's been a great part of the Lift program so far. It's something we hope to continue to do in the future. So we love your help with this. I just enjoy being with them. They're our Lift kids and always will be a part of our family.